Hello, everybody. This is Jason Saul recording from Sheds Direct in Granite Falls, North Carolina. I had a lot of questions about Compass since the training sessions, and there's been some changes. So I wanted to do another recording going through Compass that you can watch at your leisure as many times as you want. The first thing I want to get across is instead of calling it the online ordering system or whatever, the new ordering system, we're going to brand it and put a logo on it, and we're going to call it Compass. So from here on out, when referencing the ordering system, the new one, just reference it as call it Compass, and that will keep everybody on the same page. One word, pretty easy. And we chose that word because we feel it's pointing us in the right direction. It's a good, solid step for this company as a whole and to make everybody's life easier. Our big major hurdle is to getting all the orders to be accepted by Compass, as well as getting all the dealers on board. Once that's done, then we can start adding additional features that will make everybody's life a lot easier, communication a lot easier as well. So you can see my screen. Let's go ahead and do a new order. So you're going to log into the online order phase. Everybody's familiar with that. There's going to be an important notice each time. That can change. Just say I understand. And we go to new order. Then we can go to sheds. So new order sheds, when you go there, it represents these 6 sections up here. They call them breadcrumbs. Represent the 6 steps that are necessary for completing an order. So we're on the first step, which is highlighted with a light blue, customer profile. So we've got to input the customer. So the first question is this a new customer? I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to put in a search for the last name, and I have my testing, my test here as a customer. I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to be brought to this page, and this is all the details. Now, if I was to say yes, this is a new customer on the previous page, I would be brought to this exact same page, but all these fields would just be blank. So you'd put it in the information. Fill out the left column first, the billing address, name, phone number, emails. And then if the shipping address is the same as the billing address, all you need to do is click on same as billing address, and everything from the billing address column will move over to the shipping address. How did you hear about us? We have some options here: Craigslist, friend, saw a lot, website, social media, web search by Google, Yahoo, etc. And if they're a repeat customer, or other. You can take notes on this customer. These notes say you wanted to remember one of his kids' names, or something, a birthday that's coming up, or any other note that's related to that customer. They like this color, they like this style of shed. You can add these notes in here, and it will be saved and stored with that customer in Compass. And then the final question is, would you like to receive promotional emails? As Sheds Direct sends promotional emails out on specials that we're running, your customers that opt in will receive those emails. So once all the customer profiles have been set up, you click Next. And now you can see that the customer profile has been completed. So that's highlighted in dark blue. And now we're on the light blue building. So we're on the active task of customizing the building for the customer. So the first 2 drop downs are building type. So I'm going to choose vinyl deluxe, and then the size, 14 by 20. You'll see on the right side here that it highlights the size, the style and size, as well as gives you your base price. Click next. So now we have a second breadcrumb, and these 16 steps represent the 16 steps that it takes to customize a building. So the first one is roof, the second one is color, etc. And so all these all these order pages are going to be very similar. You're going to have your breadcrumb up here, your secondary breadcrumb here, your options that you choose in the left column, and then your options that you choose in the right column over here. So you can choose architectural shingles or metal roof. Once you make that option, you can choose a color. And you'll see a representation of that color here. Click Next. Now you have to choose a color. And we can choose cream with a white trim. Interior paint is only for cottages. So you can see that all the pages are very similar in nature. Again, you got your left column and right column. Now your right column is updating the price if a building option increases the price, and it's also saving your options that you chose. So we chose a metal roof with a light stone on the first page, vinyl colors with cream, vinyl trim colors with white. So as you're going through the order process, you'll have that option. You can choose. Again, you choose your building options. So I'm going to choose a garage door. Then you have additional options. I can get the carriage style door. I can get the Stockton windows, and if I wanted, I can get it insulated. You can see as I choose the different options, my icon will change. So if I don't want it insulated, then the insulated goes away. Then I can get additional openers if I want, garage door opener, etc. Flooring, you have the flooring options. Get the 50-year flooring. And then because we chose a garage door, the 12-inch on center floor joists are automatically added to our order. You have the porch. You can choose a porch if you want. You can choose the windows. As you choose your options, if you choose the shutters, then you can choose the color of the shutters. You can choose a vinyl flower box, as well as the color of that box. And if you want security bars, you can add those as well. If you wanted to add a secondary window, you just click on Add Window below that. And then you'll have the ability to add a second window and choose the options for that window. You could add a third window if you wanted. Again, your pricing is going to be updated in the right-hand column as you add features. Choose your door. If you wanted to downgrade a door, it will actually credit your account. It will reduce the price. So if the standard is a 72-inch double door, and I wanted to get just a 36-inch single nightlight door or a 36-inch single door, it knows the price difference and will actually update the price to reflect that. And then you can always get security bars for the doors, and you can add a second door if you choose. Ramps come in quantities. We have quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, depending on the size of the door. You could add additional ramps if you choose. Anything that's standard. So the standard rectangular vents, the rectangular vents come standard. So 2 of those come standard with the Vinyl Deluxe. So those will automatically preload for you when you get to this page. Click Next. Loft. I'm going to say no to loft. You have interior upgrades, workbenches, shelving, pegboards, etc. If you say electricity, if you choose electricity and you say yes, a breaker box will automatically be added to your total to allow for electricity. So if I say yes to electricity and I click on Next, I will be brought to the electronic components page where I can add light switches and interior lights. And another interior light, and then I can do outlets as well. I can do the GFCI outlet, or I can do a regular old outlet. And on this page, the electrical components page, you can also add heating and air units and air conditioning units. So you can see here that in my order, because of electricity, I ordered a breaker box, light switch, interior lights, and outlets. We have the ability to upgrade the wall package. I can do partition walls with interior doors. You have the Tech Shield, roof only or roof and walls, insulation options. And And then you can ask if you want your site to be built on site, yes or no. If yes, then the cost of the building will increase 25% or $1,000, whichever amount is greater. And you can do building prep. Building prep's free for North Carolina. Engineer drawings, you can say yes or no, and then you can also choose anchors if you'd like. So once you go through the 16 steps, you'll be brought to the drag and drop diagram. Now there are two important updates to this page, and that is the ability to control the icons themselves. You can move an icon with your mouse and then double click to rotate it 90 degrees. And this is your personal preference. So you can move it around with the mouse if you want, and you can double click it to rotate it 90 degrees. Some icons you can have the ability to expand them, but for garage doors you cannot. The other way you can control these is once you drag it, you have to use your mouse to drag it onto the diagram, but once it's highlighted, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard and click R to rotate it. So again, this is totally your personal preference, however you feel most comfortable. But again, you can use the mouse to move it or your arrow keys on your keyboard, and then you can double click it with your mouse to rotate it 90 degrees, or you can click R on your keyboard and that will rotate it 90 degrees. And then here's the windows. And you can move these which way you want. So here's an icon that I can increase the size of. So some icons you can increase. So for example, partition walls. Partition walls are an icon that you can stretch because you don't want it to go the full width of the room, etc. So here, BB is for breaker box, asterisk, light switch. So all these icons were presented during the order process. So if you remember the garage door, while we were selecting and changing the building options, the icon itself was changing. So all these icons, pay attention to the icons while you're going through the order process, because those same icons will be here on the drag and drop diagram. And I'm not making any sense with where these icons are going, but you get the point. You place them where you want. Here's where you can take notes. Detailed notes for this diagram go here. So you be very detailed. We have letters that represent each corner. So I can say, I want the 30 by 36 window to be 3 feet from the corner of D. So utilizing this diagram with the 4 letters in each corner and the notes here and the clear drag and drop diagram, it should not be too difficult in setting that up. These icons that you see down here at the bottom, it says non-place, these are icons that don't make sense to drag and drop. So the rectangular vents, the 50-year flooring, the metal roof, those are things that you don't need to drag and drop, but we included them in the diagram themselves. Off to the right is a column that has all of your building options that you chose. So if you're sitting with a customer and they have a question, you can get that done. Or you can remember what you chose. So once you click next, now it comes to the customer order review process. So here's the dealer information that I use when I'm signed in, which is our corporate office, and here's the customer information. So you can sit down with the customer and go through all the notes. So we ordered a Vinyl Deluxe 14 by 20. All these options were included, so there's no increase in fees. The garage door did increase the fees, so we have itemized list of what increased the price. They had a 9 wide for $695. Then we had a Kara style for $175. Plus they added the Stockton windows, so it came to $995. You can go down the list. Everything that's included did not increase the price. Everything that has a price or maybe decrease the price, again for the single door, is all listed right here. And you come with your total subtotal. If the customer is tax exempt, you'll say yes. And then on the next page will be a tax exempt form that they must fill out in their entirety. If you see, there's two pieces here, two icons. One is the Sheds Direct logo. The other one is a price tag with a percentage. The Sheds Direct logo is the corporate discount. So say we need to apply a discount because the building is old or there's some damage, and you have an approval from Sheds Direct Corporate to reduce that building by that price. Well, once it's approved by Sheds Direct Corporate, say we discounted this building by $200 because it's 2 years old and we want to get it off our inventory. So you go to click on the icon here and get corporate discount and click apply. And that will give the Sheds Direct discount. That will not impact your commissions other than it reduces the subtotal, but that is outside of your commissions. Now the second icon, the price tag with the percentage, is your dealer discount. So whatever discount you provide here, we will split that with you. So a $200 discount, that means $100 of that will be covered by Sheds Direct, and $100 of that is coming out of your commission. So understand that the price tag with the percentage is a dealer discount and will affect your commissions, but the corporate discount, the Sheds Direct corporate discount, is Sheds Direct approved discount. So you need to call in Sheds Direct corporate before you input anything for the corporate discount. We're going to be checking every single invoice that comes in, and please don't abuse the corporate discount. You need to call in and you need to get approval before you add a corporate discount. So please keep that in mind. So one final time, Sheds Direct logo equals the corporate discount, and the price tag with a percentage is the dealer discount. Off to the right here will be the subtotal, the discount, the Sheds Direct discount, the dealer discount, the updated total minus the $400, the tax for that county, and then now the total due. And then you click next. So here's where I'm going to stop, because I'm going to pick up and I'm going to do 3 different variations for how to make a payment. So the 3 options are cash, rent to own, and financing. So instead of going through the whole order process for all 3, I'm going to stop here, and this is going to use this video to understand how the ordering process works, how you customize a new to build building using Compass. I will create 3 more additional videos. One that will have a checkout version for cash, another one that will have a checkout version for rent to own, and a final version that will have a financing option, so I can show you tutorials on all of those. So those will be 3 separate videos. So I'm going to end the tutorial at this time. You have a testing, remember everybody, we have a testing site, so you can go there and test the orders and play around and do as many tests until you feel 100% comfortable. And as always, call in. We're here to support you. Call into the office, 828-212-1378, and ask for me, Jason Saul, and I'd be happy to help you. One final thing I do want to talk about is if everybody could have TeamViewer installed. What that does is it allows me to log into your computer remotely so I can see what you're seeing. It helps tremendously with troubleshooting and figuring out what's going on. So if you could go to TeamViewer, if you haven't done already, go to teamviewer.com and download the program onto your computer. And then if you ever do need help and a customer's there, I can log into your computer within seconds and help you out and control your computer. It makes life a lot easier for everybody. So download teamviewer.com, go to teamviewer.com and download the program onto your computer. If you have any questions at all regarding TeamViewer or Compass, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Jason Saul, at corporate office, 828-212-1378. Everybody have a good day. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.